How's it going, y'all? Rowdy Rouse back with another video, and it's not a normal, typical video for me. There is a big problem in our community, and it's mainly a problem that one certain group of people tend to have. I'm not trying to pick a fight or point fingers or anything, but like, a movie that I really enjoyed just came out, just because it's a franchise I love and I'm happy to get more of it. Indiana Jones and Dial of Destiny came out in May, and recently someone uploaded a 3.5-hour review of the movie, quote unquote review. It's not a review of the movie, which is 2.5. How do you make a review that's an hour longer than the movie itself? Like, you're making stuff up at this point. Obviously, you're making stuff up all the time, but that's the problem with this community is people are dumb. They want stuff to be exactly how they want it, not how anyone else, puts it or shows it to them. It's like, no, that's not what I want. What I want is what I grew up with. What I want is from the 80s, the 70s. It's what I want. And if you don't make it my way, then I'm going to complain about it and ruin it and do before I've even seen the damn movie. So we're going to talk about that. Now, the first thing that I want to say is, like I said, I'm not trying to pick fights, but there are certain YouTubers that their whole shtick is to hyper-focus on things that they think are wrong with a product, or things that they think are wrong with a movie, or whatever, a TV show. We're using Indiana Jones as an example because some giant man baby who needs his Depends changed just dropped a 3.5-hour review on it. Like, come on, bringing like race and feminism and all this stuff that has nothing to do with... Oh no, I knocked Ahsoka over. We'll talk about the show later because that's another point, but I knocked her over, oops. So first of all, I want to say that if you make a 3.5-hour review about a 2.5-hour movie, you are making stuff up. You have a problem, and it is not with the film, it is with your brain, because you are pointing out things that don't matter. You're pointing out people's race and how they were treated, and it's like everyone's treated bad by Disney other than the main stars, so stop virtue signaling. You're pointing out how female characters in the movie, last I checked, every single Indiana Jones had a female lead in it, so nix that one. Your problem was with feminism, which means equality for everyone, and you don't want that because that means that you're oppressed. Oh no, Mr. My diaper depend is full because, oh no, women are in movies with power and they're strong and they're tough. Yeah, that's how women are in real life too. I'm sure you're married. I'm sure your wife doesn't appreciate you belittling women in their roles in movies, because that's pretty crappy of you, right? Like, come on, dude. What's your problem? Because it's you're a fan of Indiana Jones, but all you do is talk crap about everything Indiana Jones related. I'm with you on the toys. Like, Hasbro messes up. I point it out all the time. Power Rangers, Indiana Jones, Marvel Legends. I point out their bullcrap. I'm like, yo, you shouldn't be making it this way. Why are you sending out stuff like this? It's not about that for you, though. It's about your opinion that you have about a franchise that you like and how it should be, because that's how it was back in the day. When we're in 2023 now, which is not 1981, not 1983, and not 1989. It's 2023. It's almost 40 years later, which means that you're a pretty big baby to be crying about stuff that doesn't matter for 3.5 hours. You made it up. Like, how are you making a review longer than a movie? 50 minutes at the most, maybe an hour, sure. And the problem isn't just with you, because everyone that watches you who agrees with your opinion because they don't have a thought of their own goes on and spreads this behavior, and you tank a movie that, isn't bad. It's not amazing. It's a good movie. It's enjoyable. But you can't shut your brain off long enough to shut up the voices from the brainworms going, no, look at the girls in the movie, they're doing things too. No, they can't punch people, they can't do. That's your brain. And I know that's your brain because all you can do is talk trash. I'm not a drama channel. I don't want to get into drama. But someone's got to point out how dumb you are, how much you're complaining about stuff that doesn't matter. Like, what the heck, dude? What's wrong with feminism? Everyone should be equal. If you have a problem with that, you're on the wrong side of history, and we had a freaking war about it. We're about to have more wars about it. Like, brainworms. You like a franchise and it doesn't do something that you appreciate, just don't fucking watch it anymore. Like, for fucking real. Shut your little mouth with your 3.5-hour bullshit and shove it up your ass, because that is where shit like that belongs, because it'll come out and then dissipate, flush it down the toilet, right where your review belongs, because that's not a review. That is a hate bomb from a toxic fanboy who can't get over the past and can't get over the fact that he's getting older and his heroes are getting older and he's getting left behind. No, you're not. It's just a movie, dude. No one gives a crap. It's a freaking movie. It's a decent movie. And guess what? Y'all are paying to see it by the droves on video on demand. It's doing really well there, so it's making the money back. So what did you accomplish? A little bit of a 6-month slate on a movie that you didn't have to watch, you didn't have to complain about. You could have just pretended it didn't exist like you did for Crystal Skull. You said you never watched it or whatever. You watched it like once, and it's like, I've watched it at least 5 times. It's not a bad movie either. It's no Raiders of the Lost Ark, but it's still a Spielberg movie. A Spielberg movie is better than anything you could make. Definitely better than your freaking review. So like, get the heck over yourself, my guy. And other people like you, like drunken people and retro people and all this, etc., etc. The one thing that y'all have in common is you're all the same complexion as me, and you're all old, like at least 10 to 15 years older than me. And that's the consensus with this whole problem, is y'all are the problem, because you make yourselves the victim, when in fact the only victim is the people who have to listen to your fucking bullshit, because it's really fucking annoying and it's wrong. And then I go into your comment section and everyone's a fucking idiot, and I actually replied to someone actually replied to me, and then I destroyed them, and they deleted their comment because they looked like a freaking donkey. Hee-haw! But that's beside the point. I'm smarter than most of y'all and anyone that made a review like that. I know that for a fact. It's not a debate. You're dumb. I'm smarter. I don't have to be that smart to be smarter than you. And that's the problem that all of you have with like everything. It's like, if there's a woman in a movie or a show, holy crap, stop the presses, because there's a girl and she's doing stuff. Oh no, Ahsoka, Anakin's apprentice, why is she the main character of her own show when it's done so well, and it's continuing 3 shows, Mandalorian, Rebels, and Clone Wars, and it's doing it better than I could ever dream anyone to do it, but it's still bad because there's girls doing stuff. Sabine's got a lightsaber and she's, oh no, and there's freaking bad girls who are capable, like Morgan Elsbeth and Shin. Oh my god. Bury the thought, perish it, that women can do things that men can do and be entertaining and good. No, that's not possible. It's not, but it's not true. Now, I may be being a little toxic here, but that's just to emphasize a point. If all you're going to do is whine and complain, then that's what you're going to sound like. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Because that's all I hear. If you're making a 3.5-hour review of a 2.5-hour movie, there's something wrong with your brain, there's something wrong with your attitude, and there's something wrong with your life. Like, you need to find something better to do, my guy. You're making shit up. And everyone else that does that kind of stuff, like, a movie is not marketed the way you like, or, you know, it premieres at Cannes and you hear all these rumors and you go with it, and just, guess what? Cannes is a film festival, not a blockbuster summer movie festival. It's not popcorn and soda. It is people watching a movie, going through their brains, and being like, oh, this was a masterpiece. And Indiana Jones is, except for Raiders of the Lost Ark, they are action, fun, shut off your brain movies. You don't need, it's all circumstance. One plot point leads to another plot point, leads to another plot point, all for no reason. Just like you're making these reviews for no reason, because it's still doing well on video on demand, like I said. And Ahsoka's doing well, people enjoy that. Basically, you just don't like these things. You don't like them, and that's okay. You can get over it. You can stop living in the past. You can stop with your little, oh, these 80s toys are so much better than these retro ones, blah, blah. Of course they are. Things had better quality back then. Like, come on, they were cheaper, but the quality put in was better. So stick to collecting those and shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. Leave it to us to talk about people who like things, to point out the flaws with things that we enjoy. Well, we can still enjoy them instead of literally shitting our diapers over it. Like, dude, you are 40-something years old. Find something better to do. Read a freaking book. There's a bunch of Indiana Jones books I'm sure you could read. Like, I don't know if you can read. Based on everything I've seen, I think you just kind of like wing it and get by, because nothing that you say is intelligent. So, and it's not just this one channel. I'm bagging on one channel as an example, but he's a big example and a big problem. because he's creating this cult mindset of shit on things I don't like just because I don't agree with the politics, when it doesn't have anything to do with politics. You just feel triggered because you're not the spotlight. And that's fine. You can be triggered. Just do it where people don't have to hear or see you, because it's freaking annoying. So with all of that being said, if you have something constructive to say, and literally constructive, not just you being upset, then by all means, like if I have a problem, I'll point it out. Point it out. Bring it to light. Make it a point for people to know. Just don't make your whole personality that you're a giant overgrown baby who cannot get over the fact that they're older and the world keeps on moving while you're stuck back there with your retro 3.75. These are so much better. Look how good they are. Look at them. Sure, guy. Yeah. As great as the quality was back then, it's so much better to have a 6-inch figure that looks like the frickin' actor, especially if it just sits on your shelf and you don't have to play with it. You just take pictures of it or whatever. Like, sure, guy, you stick with your little 3.75 O-ring Joes. No one's stopping you. But that doesn't mean that anything new is bad. Maybe to you because you have brainworms, but that's not the case. You just don't enjoy it, and that's fine. But don't make shit up just to prove a point that isn't there, because it's not. Indiana Jones 5 is not a woke movie. Ahsoka is not a woke show. There's no such thing as woke. I woke up this morning. That's the extent of woke as a word, because it's just a meaningless buzzword that y'all like to think makes a point or says something, and it doesn't. It says a lot more about you than it does about anything you're saying, and it means that you're dumb. So, to all my fans and people that are watching this and being like, you know what, she's got a point. And if you're watching this and you've gotten this far, thank you for watching. I love you. You can subscribe if you want to. You can hit the like button if you like it. This is just a video for me, really, to get this off my chest, because these kind of people make me mad. Now, as soon as Indiana Jones is on Disney Plus, I'm going to go watch that bad boy. And y'all should too. Love ya. See you next time. Bye-bye. Mwah.